Do you want to successfully complete the WGU D282 Objective Assessment for Cloud Foundations course? Then you're in the right place. Our website provides a list of questions and answers with an emphasis on preparing for your success in the Cloud Foundations D282 course. In this video, we will cover questions from user and permissions, AWS storage services, AWS compute services, AWS database services, and AWS monitoring and security. So, let's get started. 1. What is IAM in AWS used for? A. Monitor resources. B. Manage permissions for AWS resources. C. Manage storage. D. Manage databases. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Explanation. AWS Identity and Access Management, IAM, allows you to control access to AWS services and resources securely. IAM helps manage permissions for users, groups, and roles within your AWS environment. 2. Which AWS service is used for managing and deploying containerized applications using Kubernetes? A. AWS Fargate. B. Amazon ECS. Amazon EKS. D. AWS Lambda. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Explanation. Amazon Elastic Kubernetes Service, EKS, is a managed service that allows you to run Kubernetes on AWS without needing to install, operate, or maintain your own Kubernetes control plane. 3. What does Amazon S3 stand for? A. Simple Storage Service. B. Scalable Storage System. C. Secure Storage System. D. Storage and Sync Service. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. A. Simple. Explanation. Amazon S3 Simple Storage Service is an object storage service that provides scalability, data availability, security, and performance. It's widely used for storing large amounts of data. 4. What AWS service is used for analyzing real-time data streams? A. AWS Glue. B. Amazon Kinesis. C. AWS Lambda. D. Amazon Redshift. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Amazon Kinesis. Explanation. Amazon Kinesis is a platform on AWS to collect, process, and analyze real-time streaming data, providing real-time insights. 5. What AWS service can be used to automatically distribute incoming application traffic across multiple targets? A. AWS Autoscaling. B. Amazon Route 53. C. Elastic Load Balancing. D. AWS CloudTrail. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Explanation. Elastic Load Balancing automatically distributes incoming application traffic across multiple targets, such as EC2 instances, containers, and IP addresses to ensure fault tolerance and availability. 6. Which AWS service is used to track API calls and user activity within your AWS account? A. AWS Trusted Advisor. B. AWS CloudTrail. C. AWS CloudWatch. D. AWS Lambda. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer, B. Explanation. AWS CloudTrail records all the API calls and user activities in your AWS account, providing you with logs to monitor and audit your AWS resources. 7. What is the purpose of Amazon RDS? A. Manage key value data. B. Automatically scale compute resources. C. Simplify setting up, operating and scaling relational databases. D. Store unstructured data. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer, C. Explanation. Amazon Relational Database Service, RDS, simplifies setting up, operating and scaling relational databases in the cloud. It supports databases such as MySQL, PostgreSQL, Oracle, and SQL Server. 8. What AWS service helps to centrally manage multiple AWS accounts? A. AWS CloudFormation. B. AWS Organizations. C. Amazon. Route 53. D. AWS Lambda. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer, B. Explanation. AWS Organizations enables you to centrally manage and govern your environment as you grow and scale your AWS resources across multiple accounts. 9. What AWS service can help protect applications from DDoS attacks? A. AWS CloudWatch. B. AWS 𝗬𝗂𝗶𝗀, AWS Shield. D. AWS Inspector. Can you guess the answer? Correct. Answer, C. Explanation. AWS Shield is a managed distributed denial of service, DDoS protection service, that safeguards web applications running on AWS from network attacks. 10. Which AWS service is a key value and document database that delivers single-digit millisecond performance? A. Amazon. DynamoDB. B. Amazon RDS-C. Amazon Redshift. D. AWS Glue. Can you guess the answer? Correct. Answer, A. Amazon. DynamoDB. Explanation. Amazon DynamoDB is a fully managed NoSQL database that provides fast and predictable performance with seamless scalability for key value and document-based data. 11. Which AWS service is used to enable governance and compliance auditing of your AWS resources? A. AWS CloudFormation. B. AWS Config, CC. AWS Lambda. D. AWS Trusted Advisor. Can you guess the answer? Correct. Answer, B. Explanation. AWS Config continuously monitors and records your AWS resource configurations and allows you to evaluate them against desired configurations for governance and compliance auditing. 12. Which AWS service offers an easy-to-use interface for visualizing and managing your AWS costs and usage over time? A. AWS Cost Explorer. B. AWS Budget. C. AWS CloudTrail. D. AWS Cost and Usage Report. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. A. Explanation. AWS Cost Explorer provides an easy-to-use interface that allows you to visualize, understand, and manage your AWS costs and usage over time, helping you optimize spending. 13. What service can you use to manage and deploy Docker container images on AWS? A. Amazon ECS. B. Amazon Elastic Container Registry, 𝗧𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗍. C. AWS Lambda. D. AWS CloudFormation. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, B. Explanation: Amazon Elastic Container Registry, ECR, is a fully managed Docker container registry that makes it easy to store, manage, and deploy container images on AWS. 14. Which AWS service provides recommendations to help optimize your AWS resources according to best practices? A. AWS CloudFormation. B. AWS Trusted Advisor. C. AWS Config. D. Amazon CloudWatch. What do you think is the answer? Correct. Answer: B. Explanation: AWS Trusted Advisor is a service that provides real-time recommendations to help you optimize AWS resources according to AWS best practices, focusing on cost optimization, security, fault tolerance, and performance. 15. What is the primary purpose of Amazon? Route 53. A. Store and retrieve data. B. Scale computing capacity. C. Register domain names and route internet traffic. D. Monitor AWS services. Do you know the answer? Correct. Answer: C. Explanation: Amazon Route 53 is a scalable and highly available domain name system DNS web service designed to route end users to Internet applications by translating domain names into IP addresses. 16. What service allows you to build machine learning models, train them, and deploy them quickly on AWS? A. AWS Glue. B. Amazon SageMaker. C. Amazon Redshift. D. AWS Data Pipeline. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer: B. Explanation: Amazon SageMaker provides tools to build, train, and deploy machine learning models quickly and easily, removing the difficult steps from the process and empowering data scientists and developers. 17. Which service can be used to schedule and run batch jobs at any scale? A. AWS Lambda. B. AWS Batch. C. AWS Step Functions. D. AWS Glue. What do you think is the answer? Correct. Answer: B. Explanation: AWS Batch enables developers, scientists, and engineers to run hundreds of thousands of batch computing jobs at any scale, dynamically allocating the optimal amount of compute resources based on the volume and specific requirements of the batch job. 18. Which AWS service allows you to create alarms based on metrics for your resources and trigger actions if a metric crosses a certain threshold? A. AWS CloudTrail. B. Amazon CloudWatch. C. AWS Config. D. AWS Trusted Advisor. Can you guess the answer? Correct. Answer: B. Explanation: Amazon CloudWatch monitors AWS resources and applications and allows you to set alarms based on predefined metrics. It can automatically trigger actions if thresholds are breached. 19. What is the benefit of using AWS auto-scaling? A. It automatically balances traffic across multiple AWS resources. B. It automatically adjusts the capacity of your AWS resources to maintain steady, predictable performance. C. It logs API calls and monitors user activity. D. It schedules tasks to run on AWS Lambda. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer, B. Explanation: AWS Auto. Scaling automatically adjusts the capacity of your resources to maintain steady and predictable performance, helping to meet demand without over-provisioning. 20. Which of the following best describes AWS Lambda? A. A managed database service. B. A serverless compute service that automatically scales and runs code in response to events. C. A service to store and retrieve objects in the cloud. D. A service to deploy and manage Docker containers. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer, B. Explanation: AWS Lambda is a serverless compute service that lets you run code without provisioning or managing servers, and it automatically scales applications in response to events or triggers. 21. What service can you use to create a virtual private network, VPN connection to your on-premises network? A. AWS Direct Connect. B. AWS VPN-C, Amazon, CloudFront. D. AWS Storage Gateway. Can you guess the answer? Correct. Answer, B. Explanation: AWS VPN enables you to create a secure and private tunnel from your on-premises network or device to the AWS global network. 22. What AWS service provides a fully managed and NoSQL database? A. Amazon RDS. B. Amazon DynamoDB. C. Amazon Redshift. D. Amazon Aurora. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer, B. Explanation: Amazon DynamoDB is a fully managed NoSQL database service that provides fast, predictable performance and seamless scalability for key value and document-based data. 23. What is the primary use of AWS Elastic Beanstalk? A. Provisioning and managing EC2 instances. B. Deploying and scaling web applications and services. C. Monitoring cloud resources. D. Automating batch processing tasks. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer, B. Explanation: AWS Elastic Beanstalk is a service for deploying and scaling web applications and services. Developers can upload code, and Elastic Beanstalk automatically handles the deployment and provisioning of resources. 24. What AWS service enables real-time monitoring of AWS resources and applications? A. AWS Config. B. AWS CloudWatch. C. AWS CloudTrail. D. AWS Inspector. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, B. Explanation: Amazon CloudWatch provides real-time monitoring of AWS resources and applications, allowing you to collect and track metrics, monitor log files, and set alarms. 25. What does AWS CloudFormation help with? A. Automating infrastructure provisioning, using code templates. B. Monitoring and managing cloud resources. C. Providing NoSQL database services. D. Encrypting data stored in S3. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer, A. Explanation: AWS CloudFormation allows you to model and set up AWS resources using code templates, automating the process of infrastructure provisioning. 26. What AWS service provides on-demand access to AWS security and compliance reports? A. AWS CloudTrail. B. AWS Artifact. C. AWS IAMD. AWS Inspector. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer B. Explanation. AWS Artifact provides on-demand access to AWS security and compliance reports and select online agreements to help you meet internal and external compliance requirements. 27. Which of the following services is best suited for processing large amounts of data using big data frameworks like Apache Spark or Apache Hadoop? A. AWS Glue. B. Amazon RDSC. Amazon EMRD. AWS Lambda. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer C. Explanation. Amazon EMR is the industry-leading cloud big data solution for processing large datasets using frameworks like Apache Spark, Hadoop, and Presto. 28. Which AWS service is used to run relational databases in the cloud? A. Amazon Redshift. B. AWS Lambda. C. Amazon RDSD. Amazon DynamoDB. Do you know the answer? Correct answer C. Explanation. Amazon RDS is a managed relational database service that supports multiple database engines such as MySQL, PostgreSQL, Oracle, and SQL Server. 29. Which AWS service can help detect and respond to security incidents in your AWS environment? A. AWS Shield. B. AWS Trusted Advisor. C. Amazon Guard Duty. D. AWS WAF. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer C. Explanation. Amazon Guard Duty is a threat detection service that continuously monitors your AWS environment for malicious activity and unauthorized behavior to help you protect your resources. 30. Which AWS service provides a scalable domain name system? DNS. A. Amazon RDSB. Amazon CloudFront. C. AWS Direct Connect. D. Amazon Route 53. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer D. Explanation. Amazon Route 53 is a scalable DNS service that helps you manage domain names, route internet traffic to your applications, and provide low-latency access to users. Struggling with your WGU exams? We've all been there. Welcome to OAExams.com, your ultimate resource for WGU success. Find over 15,000 plus questions and answers. Join our thriving community of over 10,000 active WGU students and an impressive 100% success rate with our premium exam support. Visit OAExams.com today and take the first step toward guaranteed success. 31. What AWS service lets you define and implement security controls that can be centrally applied across multiple AWS accounts? A. AWS IAM. B. AWS Shield. C. Service Control Policies, SCP. D. AWS Security Hub. Do you know the answer? Correct answer C. Explanation. Service control policies, SCP, allow you to centrally manage the permissions and security controls across multiple AWS accounts within AWS organizations. 32. Which AWS service provides the ability to automatically scale your resources based on demand? A. AWS CloudFormation. B. AWS Lambda. C. Amazon EC2 Autoscaling. D. AWS Elastic Beanstalk. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Explanation. Amazon EC2 Autoscaling enables you to automatically scale your EC2 instances up or down based on demand, ensuring that the right number of instances are running at all times. 33. What AWS service lets you easily add user sign-up and sign-in functionality to your apps? A. AWS Shield. B. Amazon Cognito. C. AWS Identity and Access Management. D. Amazon CloudWatch. Do you know the answer? Correct. Answer. B. Explanation. Amazon Cognito lets you add user sign-up, sign-in, and access control to your web and mobile apps quickly and easily. 34. Which AWS service can detect unusual API activities in your AWS account? A. AWS Shield. B. AWS CloudTrail Insights. C. AWS Config. D. Amazon Inspector. Do you know the answer? Correct. Answer. B. Explanation. CloudTrail Insights automatically detects unusual API activities in your AWS account, such as a sudden increase in API calls, and helps you identify potential security threats. 35. What AWS service allows you to create and manage policies that control access to AWS resources? A. AWS CloudFormation. B. AWS IAM-C. AWS Key Management Service, KMS. D. AWS Shield. What do you think is the answer? Correct. Answer. B. Explanation. AWS Identity and Access Management, IAM, enables you to create and manage policies that control access to AWS resources, ensuring secure access and identity management. 36. Which AWS service helps analyze compliance with AWS best practices in categories like cost optimization, security, and performance? A. AWS CloudTrail. B. AWS Trusted Advisor. C. Amazon Inspector. D. AWS Config. Can you guess the answer? Correct. Answer. B. Explanation. AWS Trusted Advisor provides real-time insights and recommendations based on AWS best practices, covering areas like cost optimization, security, performance, and service limits. 37. What is the benefit of using spot instances in Amazon EC2? A. Higher availability. B. Lower cost. C. Dedicated hardware. D. Automatic scaling. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Explanation. Spot instances allow you to purchase unused Amazon EC2 capacity at a significant discount compared to on-demand pricing, making them ideal for cost savings on flexible workloads. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. What is the primary purpose of Amazon Elastic Block Store? No, EBS. A. Object storage. B. Backup solution. C. Block storage for EC2 instances. D. Container management. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Explanation. Amazon Elastic Block Store, EBS, provides persistent block storage for use with Amazon EC2 instances, offering low-latency storage for applications that require fast access to data. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. What AWS services use to run managed analytics and data warehousing workloads? A. Amazon RDS. B. AWS Glue. C. Amazon Redshift. D. AWS Lambda. Can you guess the answer? Correct. Answer C. Explanation. Amazon Redshift is a fast, scalable data warehouse service that makes it simple to run complex analytic queries on large datasets and integrates with Amazon ESS3 for data storage. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. What AWS service allows you to encrypt data at rest and in transit? A. AWS Config. B. AWS CloudTrail. C. AWS Key Management Service, KMS. D. AWS Shield. What do you think is the answer? Correct. Answer C. Explanation. AWS Key Management Service, KMS, helps you encrypt your data at rest and in transit using encryption keys that you can create and manage centrally. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. What AWS service can you use to set up custom DNS domains and route traffic to your applications? A. Amazon RDS. B. Amazon Route 53. C. AWS Direct Connect. D. AWS VPC. Can you guess the answer? Correct. Answer B. Explanation. Amazon Route 53 is a scalable DNS web service that helps you route end-user traffic to your applications and provides domain registration and management features. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. What AWS service provides automatic data backups, failover, and high availability for relational databases? A. Amazon DynamoDB. B. Amazon RDSC. AWS Lambda. D. AWS Glue. Do you know the answer? Correct. Answer B. Explanation. Amazon RDS provides automatic backups, failover support, and high availability for relational databases, ensuring data integrity and uptime for critical applications. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. What AWS service allows you to create, manage, and deploy machine learning models without worrying about infrastructure? A. AWS Glue. B. Amazon SageMaker. C. AWS Lambda. D. Amazon Redshift. Do you know the answer? Correct answer B. Explanation. Amazon SageMaker helps you build, train, and deploy machine learning models quickly without managing the underlying infrastructure, allowing you to focus on developing the models. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. What AWS service provides a fast content delivery network, CDN, to distribute web content globally with low latency? A. Amazon. S3. B. Amazon CloudFront. C. 𝗬𝗂𝗍𝗶𝗲𝗱. Amazon. Route 53. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Explanation. Amazon CloudFront is a content delivery network, CDN, that accelerates the distribution of web content to users globally by caching content at edge locations for low latency delivery. 45. What AWS service allows you to monitor metrics and log files from your applications? A. AWS CloudTrail. B. AWS Glue. C. Amazon CloudWatch. D. Amazon. Route 53. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Explanation. Amazon CloudWatch monitors resources and applications, collects and tracks metrics, and helps you set alarms or view logs to gain insights into the performance of your AWS environment. 46. What AWS service is used to securely connect your on-premises network to an AWS VPC? A. Amazon CloudFront. B. AWS VPN. C. AWS Direct Connect. D. AWS CloudTrail. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Explanation. AWS Direct Connect allows you to establish a dedicated, secure connection between your on-premises network and your AWS Virtual Private Cloud, VPC, providing consistent and high-speed connectivity. 47. What is the purpose of Amazon Guard Duty? A. Monitoring DNS traffic. B. Providing threat detection and continuous monitoring of your AWS environment. C. Managing security policies. D. Blocking DDoS attacks. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Explanation. Amazon Guard Duty is a threat detection service that continuously monitors your AWS environment for suspicious or unauthorized activity, helping to identify potential security threats. 48. What AWS service can help you discover and protect sensitive data stored in your AWS environment? A. 𝗬𝗂𝗍𝗶𝗲𝗱. B. Amazon. 𝗬𝐂𝗂𝗋𝗁. C. AWS IAM-D. AWS Lambda. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Explanation. Amazon. 𝗬𝗂𝗋𝗁 uses machine learning and pattern matching to help you discover, classify, and protect sensitive data in your AWS environment, such as personally identifiable information, PII. 49. What is the benefit of using AWS reserved instances? A. Higher availability. B. Lower costs for long-term usage. C. On-demand scalability. D. Built-in fault tolerance. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Explanation. AWS reserved instances provide a significant discount for long-term usage, offering lower costs compared to on-demand instances for workloads that are predictable and steady over time. 50. What AWS service provides a comprehensive view of your AWS account activity and resources across regions? A. AWS CloudTrail. B. AWS Config. C. AWS Trusted Advisor. D. Amazon CloudWatch. Do you know the answer? Correct answer A. Explanation. AWS CloudTrail provides a comprehensive view of your account activity, allowing you to track user actions, API calls, and changes made to your resources across multiple regions. You've reached the end of our first question set. For the complete exam preparation experience, visit us at OAExams.com, where you'll find thousands more practice questions and comprehensive study guides. Thanks for studying with us today. See you in the next video.